I can hear the voices echoing from my childhood saying, tell the truth, work hard, keep your promises, and be grateful. I've come to realize I can't do it all myself, and if you were in my shoes, neither could you. We're behind. Mama's toiled most her life away for us. Now it's our turn, because that's what we do around here. You might call it love. What's comforting about family is that you don't have to explain. You can just sigh, and we know what you're going through. And we have each other no matter what the days bring. I've learned the hard way. Makes no sense to stay discouraged. Honestly, what comes to mind? There's not much in life I can control but my attitude. That's why I choose to be thankful for all this day has given me. I hope you do too.
Henry Peach Robinson was an English photographer from the late 1800s. His pioneering influence helped elevate photography as an art form. When we began this project, we started with a simple thought. What would an innovative guy like Henry create equipped with the Godox V1? We found ourselves on location in this old 1860s farmhouse, armed with these small, portable, and powerful lights. Our challenge was to see if we could create a tribute picture that is both new yet familiar. And that's what made it so much fun. Henry was famous for using combination printing to achieve his final results. We used multiple V1s to achieve the same effect in a single click. In fact, we pushed these lights to their maximum potential to see how they performed. Not only did the V1s work flawlessly, but the new round head and accessory kit allowed us to sculpt believable pools of light with precision. Our conclusion? The V1s definitely deserve a place in your bag.
Well, we just finished our
shoot.
We did.
It was fun.
Well, the thing that we really wanted to do, because Henry Peach Robinson really understood composition. He would do the dark light values, but he understood compositionally how to bring it in and around and bring your eye around to the most important areas.
Yep.
He was very much ahead of his time because he was from a painter's background.
He practiced the idea of alternation to amplify the effect and create contrast between the tones. And so you'll notice that a lot of times if he had a light area, he'd have something of darker value in it, and then that would go from a darker area, and then he'd introduce something of lighter value, and then kind of repeat this back and forth throughout the entirety of the frame. And that was the idea that we wanted to incorporate within our shot.
Mm-hmm. And we did.
And we did. We even included Henry in the picture, didn't we?
We did.
We did.
The other thing that I really wanted to share about Henry Peach Robinson is that he played off the element of sentiment.
Yep.
And using ordinary people. He loved to use everyday situations and turn them into something special.
Like for us, we wanted to have a sense of hope at the end of the scene that we shot, at the end of the picture that we took. There's a looking out to the future, even though Mama's sick in the bed. We don't know why she wasn't able to get out of bed today, but she just wasn't. And the whole family dynamics rely on each member contributing. And that was the fun part of coming up with the idea behind this. What we hoped to pull off throughout all of this was that we got you engrossed enough in the narrative. We wove enough story that it made you watch, only to then get to the point of the fact that it's suddenly a reveal, that you're actually watching the photo shoot as it occurs. And so here we are, now we're going to snap the frame, snap the camera, and let you end on our little secret.
Yeah. What we did that was so cool is we took a very difficult situation,
Yeah.
and we were able to do it properly
Yeah,
because we were given the proper tools to
make it work.
To make it work.
These are portable, but they're powerful enough. It's an on-camera flash. Again, the whole key to me is this round head. Like, that's the big key, is it creates a pool of light that you can then shape and do different things with. And I think that these lights and these different light modifiers and tools that we had gave us that ability to try and create along those lines.
Can you really tell a story with these? The answer is yes. There are so many possibilities about how you might incorporate these flashes into your everyday photography. We found that the built-in modeling light made it easy to see and refine your lighting quickly. And then, because they're part of the Godox X series, you can control multiple combinations of lights using the wireless commander or from the flash attached to your camera. Now let's stop and take a minute and look at where we placed our lights, what were their settings, and what modifiers did we use. After scouting the location, we sketched out the initial design. We purposely built compositional triangles using leading lines, styling, and gesture. And then we thought it'd be fun to repeat the alternating light and dark areas both horizontally and vertically. And all of this is done for the sole purpose of rewarding you for looking as your eye moves in and around the picture. We set our camera to ISO 100 at f8 in a 30th of a second to allow the ambient light coming from the lanterns and fire to show. Outside the door, we double stacked 2 heads to mimic the sun striking the main subject from head to toe. We also put another light shooting through the window. All 3 exterior flashes are set to full power. We hid 2 behind the door and desk at a quarter power inside the room. And then there's one illuminating the mother and daughter set to half power. We bounced the last light into the corner, opening up the shadows and blending it all together. That one was set to full power. And there you have it. So thanks for taking the time to watch, like, and share this video. If you'd like to connect with David and me, we'd love to hear from you. Most importantly, we can't wait to see the incredible stories that you are going to create using your new Godox V1s.